The journey to the treasure. There were 4 of them: Maya, Alex, Ben, and Samuel. The secret of an ancient palm leaf scroll, passed down through generations, had brought them together. The tale of a hidden treasure. Maya was the only woman in the group, a researcher with a deep knowledge of history and archaeology. Alex was an adventurer, skilled at handling things easily. Ben was calm and meticulous, an expert in maps and routes. Samuel, the oldest of the group, had heard many stories about the treasure, and therefore had a special eagerness for the journey. They began their journey into an ancient forest. Dense trees and vines, where even sunlight could not penetrate. Maya moved forward, comparing the markings on the palm leaf with the current terrain. Ben walked ahead as a guide, carefully noting and marking any special features along the way. Alex followed behind, ensuring their safety, and Samuel looked around with curiosity, telling stories. Days passed. The difficult paths of the forest and the presence of wild animals did not deter them. Finally, they found the large rock mentioned in the palm leaf. There was a special carving on top of that rock. Maya carefully examined it and said, "This is the entrance. Now we have to go into a cave." When one side of the rock shifted, a dark and cold cave entrance appeared. They descended into the cave one by one. Inside the cave, there was a terrifying silence. Only the sound of their footsteps echoed there. They moved forward in the light of their torches. Old pictures and inscriptions could be seen on the walls of the cave. Maya carefully read each one, checking if there were any clues to the treasure in them. After walking some distance, the cave split into 2 paths. They looked at each other, unsure which way to choose. It was then that Samuel remembered something. My grandfather had said that there would be a waterfall on the way to the treasure. They traveled some distance along both paths. On one path, there was a large rock blocking further progress. The other path led them to a stream. After walking some distance along the stream, they reached a large waterfall. The powerful sound of the waterfall echoed in the cave. When Maya turned the torchlight towards the waterfall, they saw an amazing sight. Behind the waterfall was a small cave entrance. That was the secret path they were looking for. They bravely entered the cave behind the waterfall. There, scattered on the floor, were gold coins and jewels, and their eyes widened. They had achieved the goal of their journey. Happily, they began to collect the treasure. Suddenly, a terrifying scream was heard. When they turned to look, they saw a shocking sight. Ben lay on the ground bleeding. A sharp stone pierced through his chest. That stone was in Alex's hand. Maya and Samuel looked at Alex in shock. A kind of cruelty filled Alex's eyes. "There's no need to share so much treasure among 4 people," he said in a threatening tone. Maya understood. Alex had planned from the beginning to seize this treasure alone. Perhaps Ben had opposed him, which is why he had done it. After a moment of silence, Maya said, "Alex, what you did was wrong. Ben was a good friend of ours." "Friend? Friendship has no value in front of this treasure," Alex roared. The atmosphere became tense. Maya and Samuel looked at him helplessly. Samuel slowly picked up a stone and tried to throw it at Alex, but Alex noticed. He turned towards Samuel. The next moment, another scream echoed in the cave. This time it was Samuel's. The stone in Alex's hand also struck Samuel's head. The old man Samuel collapsed to the ground. Maya was left alone there. Before her lay 2 dead bodies and the cruel Alex. She trembled with fear. But she quickly made a decision. She took some jewels from the treasure and put them in her pocket. Then she looked at Alex and said bravely, "Alex, you are a murderer. This treasure will never bring you happiness." Maya started to run. She ran as fast as she could through the dark paths of the cave. Alex followed her. After reaching outside the cave, Maya disappeared into the forest. Alex chased her for some distance but then returned to the cave. Sitting tired at the foot of a tree, Maya could not believe what she had seen. Their journey to the treasure had ended in tragedy. She had lost the 2 companions who had been with her. Her mind was filled with fear and sorrow. Later, Maya informed the outside world about the treasure. Alex was brought before the law. The treasure was kept in a museum. Maya later returned to a normal life, but the terrible memories of that journey always haunted her. She realized that treasure sometimes brings tragedy instead of happiness. That journey to the treasure remained a dark chapter in Maya's life forever.